All right, so... Oh, man, I was hoping I was going to swipe up on the Zoom in my face, but anyway. All right, so boom, another episode of The Apprentice last night. Back in the cast, let's talk about it. So obviously this week's task, Apprentice... So obviously this week's task, the candidates had to create an Easter egg, a chocolate egg. You have one team led by Jana. Now listen, it's never good when you got to be told to be PM. Obviously Lord Sugar told Jana that you had to be PM. That's never a good sign. And you had the other team led by Malika. So obviously Jana's team, they replicated their Easter egg, calling it Easter Ed or something like that. I wasn't for it. They basically tried to create a character around that. Now I rate that because what they should have done when it came to the pitching, when they said that they weren't really feeling it because they're like the Easter Bunny already is the person who's perceived to be the person of Easter. They just said no, but Easter Ed, it's going to be purely marketed around Easter Ed. So we will have merchandise, we'll have a show after him, we'll have all of that. So maybe they could have really paid off it a bit more in terms of the pitches. And the other team, they went down the luxury brand and created like a matcha. I've never had a matcha before. I don't even know what matcha is about. Maybe because I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a bit of a young buck. I like my hot chocolate. But they even tried to name it after like a matcha, give it like a matcha kind of flavor. So yeah, when it came to the results now, Jana's team, they got murked. Like they only got 9,000 orders compared to Malika's team that almost got 90,000 orders. So it's an absolute whitewash. And Jana, he obviously stepped down from being PM. In fact, he didn't even step down from being PM. He quit off the show. Now, if those who know, the first person to ever do that was actually my boy Scott Saunders. He was the first person to decide to fire himself off Lord Sugar show. But it had me thinking, did Jana maybe engineered that? Because Jana's like smart. Like he engineered a negotiation where they went to Austria by saying bitter for a girl to step in. And he based that off Tom Skinner from a previous show. So I'm thinking now, did Jana engineer that based off Scott Saunders? Do you get what I mean? So you might have, who knows? So essentially, Jana decided to walk off. But let's talk about the pitches. So yeah, am I recording? Yeah, I am. So yeah, Mia's team, Mia led the pitch for Malika's team when it came to Tesco. Now, Tesco wanted to give them an exclusive deal for 150,000 units. Or if not exclusive, they would only take 80k. Now, I'm glad Mia realised this, but in hindsight, yeah, you might as well have gone with them to have the exclusivity because you would have to make up 70,000 orders elsewhere. And boy, that is hard to do on the show, do you get what I mean? So you're better off just taking the 150, even if you couldn't... Oh, there's my cat walking across the road. Bobby, get out of the road. But anyway, even if you couldn't secure the 70,000 orders elsewhere, at least you know you're guaranteed 150. But I'm glad they clocked that at the end of the boardroom. That's what they should have done. And if you think I was joking, look, there's my cat there, there's Bobby there, look. You better go out the road. Ooh, Bobby, ooh, Bobby. Yeah, do you know who's really caught my eye this week? Like, it's got to be Liam, you know? Like, I think low-key, he's a real stallion out there. Can I say that? Like, he's really like... I just like his demeanour. Like, he's moving demure, as they say, innit? Like, even when Jana was saying that he wants to be fired, he put his hand on his shoulder saying, no, don't do that. Like, the way he speaks, everything just calms Deej. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, so Liam, I think he's one to look out for still. Like one of them low-key serious dudes, do you get what I mean? But anyway, so Jana's team, you know, they created their Easter egg. It kind of looked like something a kid did. But again, for the pitch, what they should have went in, and like he said in your fight show afterwards, they should have said, it looks like a kid made it, right? Yeah, that's because it's for kids. Boom, penny drop. That's what they should have dropped. But they didn't. Obviously, in hindsight, it's 50-50. I get it. I've been there in the show. But unfortunately, Jana's team lost. And I can't even say that Jana got fired because he fired himself, word to Scott. But unfortunately, Jana, this week, even though you fired yourself, this week, Jana, you had to allow it.
Also shopping and you didn't buy anything.